Hello, and welcome to Thoughts from the Movies. Today, we are broadcasting live from the Union Fitness Studios located in the North Shore of Pittsburgh. Union Fitness is more than a traditional gym.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Thank you. I've been practicing. It is a place where you can transform yourself inside and out with a variety of classes based around your fitness, yoga, strength, and performance training. At Union Fitness, they believe that it is their duty to hold themselves and their clients to a higher standard. They practice what they preach and uphold the values that make Union Fitness a community that it is.
Yep.
That it is. It is what it is, and it is great. Go to unionfitness.com today to sign up for a consultation. Through Union, there is strength.
You did really well with that.
I can read, unlike Derek, so.
Oh,
boy.
Just unnecessary shots
Hey,
fired.
it was bound to happen.
Oh, my goodness. Well, gentlemen, court is in
Oh,
order.
Let's go.
You didn't see it's in
I
here.
did not see that
Let's
one.
go.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
Holy fucking shit. Today's movie, Legally Blonde.
Let's go.
Justin, why did we watch this movie?
Because it's a classic.
That's true.
Obviously.
It's true.
No, so we did talk a little bit about this a couple weeks ago. With thoughts from the movies, we got into a groove lately where we were doing really sort of film school heavy movies that were a little bit more auteuristic and ones that we dissected kind of on a deeper level and were really about, Tarantino's and Spielberg's and all that stuff. And we decided, let's just do something really fun and crazy and goofy. We need to mix it up a little bit. And Legally Blonde is just like so far away from what any of us would probably watch if they had 2 hours to sit down and watch a movie. So
Speak
it
for
just seemed
yourself.
like what's the craziest, like what's just so out of character for the show. So we're like, all right, 3 adult men in their about 30s.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
All
In their
30s.
almost 30s.
Yeah.
Legally Blonde. I mean, it's such a classic in so many ways. But you guys, who had seen it before? I'd seen it at some point.
I'd seen parts of it. Not the whole way through, but I'd seen parts of it. This was the first time I saw it the whole
After
way
rewatching it, do you question how you never watched the whole thing with how fucking good it is?
through. No, because I feel like it's the Comedy Central movie. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Or the TBS movie where, I started watching it and then it was time to go to hockey practice or something.
That's fair.
where, you know what I mean?
That's fair.
That's how that movie was.
Yeah, so we decided we're like, let's just mix something up with something totally off-brand and really fun and crazy. That's a fun, crowd-pleasing, broad comedy. So, and we haven't done too many comedies lately, so Legally Blonde just sort of came to me as that's such a great movie. Let's talk about it for an hour and a half and see what comes out, and see if there's, what kind of reaction we get from that. I will not be bending and snapping, so
Bummer.
somebody has to take up that mantle.
Suck me.
Somebody who's gonna start us off with
All
the
right,
bend and
hang on a
snaps?
second. I gotta get a screen ready if we're gonna do the bend and snap. Hang on. Let me get this all situated.
I feel like I feel like the chat should have to pay for that. I'll do it if they pay for it. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say a posture check is a bend and snap.
Yeah.
I would say that's a little too cheap.
Don't
for a
don't
bend and
ask for
snap.
it. I'm not asking for it, but
Um,
if they put it there, we have to do it. I guess.
if somebody
Do I have to do it?
donates, if somebody donates 100 bits, because Thoughts from the Movies has famously never made money. Oh, dance
Oh,
off.
God.
Fuck you.
Oh God.
God damn it, Steph. All right, here we go.
All right. Are we doing this one at a time?
We can all do it together. Stand up over there
Okay.
and do it.
The bend and snap.
The bend and snap.
All right. Okay. Can they hear us?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can hear us well enough. I think.
We need some music going while we do this.
Okay, so.
All right. You start us off. So
Okay,
you're
all
the
right.
Reese Witherspoon in this
So, hang on, let me drop something.
one. Oh, I dropped my.
I dropped something. And snap.
Blew me back.
It was so good.
Yeah.
It was that good.
All right, Zach's up.
Yes.
Oh, come on. You
Come on,
gotta
your
put
boobs
more,
are not
you gotta put
perky
more of
enough.
your ass into it.
Yeah,
you gotta
why
stick your
such a
ass
fucking
out.
pigeon?
Yeah, you gotta stick
Do
your
it
ass
for
out
real.
there. Yeah.
I'm overweight. It's hard to bend over. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna get a heartburn.
I haven't done a crunch in a month.
I'm
Yeah.
getting the full. Yeah, I'm getting the
I
full
almost
view.
blacked out tying my boots today. Bend and snap.
All right.
Nice.
Oh, I mean,
Solid.
sorry,
Weak still,
sorry,
okay.
sorry,
All right,
guys.
Justin, show him
All
how a real
Yeah.
blonde does
Let me
it.
show you how it's.
How a real
Okay.
blonde does it.
Yeah. All right. First you do this, and
Yeah.
you go. Oops.
Oops.
Bend. So you gotta get the
Yeah,
ass out
the
there.
Ass out.
Ass out
Yeah.
there. and snap.
Wow!
Wait a second. Are you supposed to push?
Yeah,
Or are
you
supposed to do like
push
this?
up. You push up.
Push up.
Yeah.
Oh, like underneath?
Yeah.
Oh, like this.
Yeah.
I was going like this.
No, it's yeah.
All right. Yeah.
That's good enough.
Cool.
Good enough.
Justin didn't want to
like
do
that.
it, and he ended up looking like the biggest slut here.
Well, when you push these bad boys up, you know,
Jesus
it
Christ.
draws a crowd.
Oh my god,
Ben
Steph!
and
I
Steph.
hope that was a 10 out of 10. Amazing. Thank you.
I've
Thank
never
you.
seen anyone do that gesture though. Like that.
I would like
to. That's such a weird.
Anastasia, are you watching?
You
Ben and
push
Snap.
them up and I don't know. Okay.
Got to push them titties out.
I guess I was trying to lift them. I guess.
I mean,
whatever.
that's how you get what you want. I love it. Man.
Yeah. Well, Josh, since you hadn't really seen it the full way
Yeah.
through, let's get your hot take, just your gut reaction after finally sitting down after all these years. I'm always curious when there's like a really classic movie
that I haven't seen. So all of them.
Not you necessarily, but like.
I mean.
No, not you
That's
necessarily, but like this was a movie that came out 20 years ago and was kind of really of its time. And you go back and watch it now, and I'm always curious if it like still people that are just seeing it for the first time still love it as much as like all of us who have seen it a long time ago.
So I think I don't know what an 18-year-old right now watching this thinks of it, but like 18. Well, I would have been 11 anyway. Young me was like, this is fucking awesome. Like every part of it was funny. When Stifler's mom showed up, I lost my fucking mind. Like
as did we all, all of us did.
I didn't even like. We talked about this before. How much I hate random dance breaks in the middle of movies. This one I didn't mind.
Nice.
Like I mean, the entire thing. I'm just like, this is fucking awesome. Like the hot blonde chicks, like the one that everyone's exiling. Like it's just the whole concept was fun and dumb and goofy and. I mean, Reese Witherspoon's a babe, and I mean the dog. Like everything was.
Well,
iconic.
In the opening credits was that because the opening credits are so insanely like girly, like it's in the sorority house and she's like it's alternating. She's putting on like it's the.
It's so fucking long too.
Oh, it takes forever.
Oh
dude.
my god.
It has like every single cliche. It's like
Yeah.
she's painting her nails, she's reading the Cosmo. It's like all the sorority babes are doing their thing. Were you watching it and like, oh god, I don't know. Or were you immediately
As
like
somebody who on his 100 greatest movies of all time list has 10 things I hate about you? I didn't mind any of it. No, I was getting a manicure pedicure as I was watching it. No, I was just drinking coffee. But yes,
I love what Steph just put in the chat.
Oh yeah, go for it.
This is considered a feminist masterpiece by some groups, not by all, but I personally love it. And it's really interesting because I don't know that that's what they were going for in 2001. Was like this big commentary, right? I mean, I'm sure that was like part of it, but it's so much more relevant now, I think, right?
Yeah.
Or am I crazy?
Yeah, no. I mean, she's treat yourself through and through, but then also a badass, like getting into Harvard like it's hard. And then like when they're trying to keep her out, like she's like, well, I have a 4.0. Well, I'm the leader of a sorority. Like, I'm all these things that, like, on a resume, like, yeah, she's a badass. Like, you can't deny her. Every time they try to turn her away or tell her she can't do something, she's like, bitch, I'm going to do it. I'm going to scent it, and I'm going to make it in pink.
One of my favorite parts of watching it is like when she sends in her admissions video and they're discussing whether to let her in.
God.
That in 2001, Elle Woods checked the diversity boxes, which was like funny to like look at in like 2021, you know. But yeah, I mean, I think whether intended or not, she definitely, because I went into this thinking, is Elle Woods a feminist icon? And then there's the one scene where she's like leaving the restaurant after he dumps her.
Yeah.
And he's like, get in the car, Pooh Bear. And she's like, no. And he's like, but your shoes. She's like, well, okay. Yeah. I was like, maybe she's not. But
Elle
then
Woods is a
she comes
feminist
back.
icon from
She
Steph.
comes back. Yeah, she definitely is.
Feminist icon who knows you don't ruin suede, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, those were probably Gucci shoes. Like, all of us are not going to ruin our Gucci slides walking home in the snow today.
This was before the crepe protector spray that they sell at Journeys.
Exactly.
And shit,
exactly.
Like you had to
before
watch
the
your suede.
poor teenage dudes in the mall are trying to peddle that shit off.
Zach, I cannot believe that you like this movie as much as you do. Like, it just doesn't seem like your kind of movie. I love that you love it, but I would not expect that necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be real honest. It might not be my favorite Reese Witherspoon movie. That might be Sweet Home Alabama.
Get the
Which
hell out of
I
here.
swear to
No,
God-
is it really?
It might be.
Sweet Home Alabama?
I fucking love that movie.
Oh,
And
boy.
then somebody else from this was in Forces of Nature with Ben Affleck
I don't
and
know
Jennifer
that one.
Lopez. I think Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. But yeah, no, I fucking love this movie.
I love that, and that you love Sweet Home Alabama. I
Oh,
haven't heard
yeah.
that. I haven't heard that one busted out. I don't think since Sweet Home Alabama came out. Like that's just one you don't hear people bring up ever.
Right.
Dude,
So
when you grow up in like a single mother, household, like you watch some shit that you don't expect to watch. So-
Understandably. So today on the show, here's what we're getting through. Iconic moments from the movie. We're gonna do better or worse than, and we're just doing movies of that era. And they're all worth
comedies
talking
of that
about.
era. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great era.
Well, this list, we'll get into it. They're not comedies to me. They're like is Jaws a horror movie, or is Jaws like a staple of film? Like there's a few movies on this list that in my opinion like are they're bigger than their genre.
Okay. Yeah, I
Okay.
get that. Yeah, sure.
Then I'm going to deliver to you guys the top 5 courtroom comedy scenes, which should be electric. And then hopefully there's a few I left out that you guys will want to add in there. Then we're going to attempt to recast the movie with today's people. Okay, so like actors that would be in their early 20s kind of scenario.
Mhm.
And then we'll do overrated, underrated, the actors in this movie. And that will be the show today. So let's get it kicked off. What's the most iconic moment in?
Well, let
Legally
me
Blonde?
pose
Okay,
this.
go
Let me
ahead.
pose this question first. Why has this movie become so iconic?
That's a good
Do either of you
question.
guys know why
It's a really good question.
stood the test of time and really just been such a massive hit for so many years?
Zach?
I mean, it's based on that Ariana Grande music video. So
Yeah,
Jesus
she
Christ.
wishes.
Yeah.
Ariana wishes.
yeah, I mean, probably the whole like feminist icon like plays into it, but I mean, also just the fact that 20 years later, 3 dudes in their 30s can watch it
Right.
and enjoy it on par with like some Sandler movies and shit. Like it's just, it's funny when it has to be. It's like strikes a chord with you when it's supposed to. Like it
Right.
it hits everything it tries to deliver. It fucking crushes on.
No, I think you're right.
Is there something to be said for a similarity between the way like Seth Rogen's movies and Judd Apatow's movies are, where they're obviously comedies, but at the heart of them, like Knocked Up, right? That's about 2 people trying to raise a kid that
Yeah.
were put in this awkward situation, and like you think of it as a comedy, but it's like, oh, it also has like a good message too. And then I think Legally Blonde is kind of the same, right? Like it's a full-on comedy, but then it's also like the underlying issues are about positivity and not letting people tell you how to live your life and like judge you by what you look like and things like that.
Yeah.
What is something else, and we might get into this when we talk about some of the better or worse movies, but not in that regard. I feel like it's in the same vein as like the American Pies and the Not Another Teen Movie, but it's a little more family friendly. It's like
Yeah, there's
one
no
of those-
boobs in it.
There's no titties,
Yeah.
Not outright, yeah.
Yeah.
which I think like probably helps its appeal. Where like
I think
maybe if you weren't allowed to watch American Pie, like you were allowed to watch Legally Blonde.
act like Elle Woods when Warner told her she wasn't smart enough for law school. That's my life motto. There you go, Steph. I'm sorry, Zach. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is.
It's like a coming of age movie that isn't like raunchy at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not like Mean Girls is raunchy.
Yeah.
Superbad is raunchy. Like anything that like we think about that were ours of that time, like that kind of era,
Yeah.
were really raunchy. But like this, yeah, I don't know, because like the American Pies and Scary Movies come out right at the same time as this, and they're like, oh, like I wasn't allowed to watch American Pie, but I guarantee like Legally Blonde was on a Saturday. Like,
Yeah.
That's what I mean when I say
Yeah.
it's very broad. Like
Yeah.
it's a lot of audiences can really sit down and enjoy it.
how much do you think it has to do with Reese?
A lot.
I think it has a lot to do with
Oh
Reese.
yeah, big time. And this was still, what was this, 2001 or 2?
Yeah.
So this was still very early on before
Yeah,
she really
Cruel
did
Intentions has come out.
99 and then this, I
Election
think.
has come out.
Yeah,
and then it's kind of this.
right.
Um,
But yeah, definitely, obviously charismatic and very gorgeous and a great actress and
Yeah.
funny and super funny in the movie. But you know what's interesting about this movie that I think when we were talking about it being relevant to today's landscape with the themes that it discusses and things like that, it's also interesting because there's the whole Black Lives Matter and discrimination and racism and all that stuff. And in a way, this movie is about discrimination towards a white girl,
Yeah.
like a white Barbie girl.
Yeah.
And I think that is kind of, I don't know if funny is the right word or interesting or something, but
That's what makes it unique.
yeah,
Is they
everyone hates her,
right.
the pretty Barbie girl.
So Keen from Keen and Peele released a podcast, and it breaks down why things are funny. And it's not why things are funny from a comedian standpoint, but he like gets science involved, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And so laughter is not like we don't laugh because something's funny. We laugh because something's awkward, because we don't know how to react to something. And the key of comedy is breaking the pattern, okay? So like something happens once, something happens twice, and then something completely different happens the third time. You laugh the third time because it breaks the pattern. This movie breaks the pattern. It's the hot, blonde, pretty girl is the outcast, which in the 90s and early 2000s was not how it was being cast.
Right.
That's what makes it so unique.
If they remade Legally Blonde in 2021,
Okay.
it is the story of a girl who can't afford to get into law school and like starts an OnlyFans to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. No, I think you're spot on. I think you're spot the fuck on.
And this is like still like late 90s, early 2000s.
Because she
where,
does. She
like,
gets in with her boobs.
Yeah.
And she's hot in a bikini, and like her resume is scented. It smells good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But like to tell the story in 2020, I don't think they do it in a non like kind of raunchy
Right.
sexual way.
She gets in, and then she pays for it, right, through OnlyFans, and then the Selma Blair character finds the OnlyFans
Yeah.
and exposes her to everybody. And
Yeah.
I think you're spot on. And then
I
she has
feel-
to go in front of the Harvard board and defend herself. And
Yeah.
I think it's kind of different. I feel like if they made it today, they would overplay those issues and really make it about like race and discrimination, like an underprivileged black actress or something like that. Like I feel like they would dive into that.
so Zendaya.
Yeah, and like the discrimination would not be like this,
Did I take
this
your recast?
blonde Barbie. yeah, don't ruin it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, who the fuck is Viola Davis in this movie?
Don't get that conversation started.
Is
But
Viola Davis is Stifler's mom?
Oh man.
Bend and twerk.
And the twerk.
But yeah, so like I feel like so many movies nowadays are trying to press those issues, and this one's so lighthearted. It's like it's talking about issues, but doing in such a lighthearted way. I don't know if that's really possible at this moment in time.
Yeah, no. Lighthearted is the perfect term.
Yeah, like today was Laura Dern's birthday. So like Star Wars reposted like, oh, our fearless general,
Oh.
and I was just like, made me think that like Legally Blonde is the strong female lead that's a badass without it being overkill.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It doesn't seem forced at all. Like
Yeah, it's
she's,
like Arrival.
yeah,
Like you
Yes.
talk about it all the time.
Mhm.
Amy Adams in Arrival is like she's just a badass.
Yeah.
That's it. There's
Yeah.
no reason why. She just is.
yeah,
I think it might even be better because she's so girly.
Yeah.
Like she goes into the courtroom in her pink suits, and
Right.
like the crime they're talking about, like, oh wait, so you got a shower after you got a perm, and that's like how she solves the case. Like,
Right.
it actually like it just plays into it, like it leans fully into it,
Right.
which I love.
Right. And Selma Blair, maybe the best like bitch of the 90s.
Oh,
I mean, she plays that character so well.
yeah.
She's awesome every time she's on screen as that character. Yeah.
Vivian's such a bitch name too.
Yeah, Selma Blair.
No, Vivian.
Oh, Vivian, yeah.
Vivian is just like,
Yeah, Vivian, of course they met at the country
Country
club
Club?
summer
Oh,
camp.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's uptight for
exactly
sure.
where they
Yeah.
met. But what is your most iconic moment? What's the moment for you guys? Because I think a lot of it has transcended the movie and just become part of pop culture to the point where you maybe don't even realize where it came from.
Zach, you want to go first?
I mean, it's got to be the bend and snap.
See, I don't
I
think
don't
it
think
is.
it is. No.
You don't think
No,
so?
why do you think it's a bend and snap?
I mean, it's just like a cultural staple. Like everybody knows the bend and snap is from Legally Blonde.
Man,
What do you think it is?
I didn't even know the bend and snap until I watched this movie.
Really?
Really.
You had never heard
No.
bend and snap before?
Nope.
That's what. Also,
Nobody.
like,
I mean,
I
I don't
kind
know
of
whether
see
or not
that.
it's been used on me.
it's such an
Probably
awkward
not. I'm
thing.
not a
Yeah.
good enough looking dude. You, on the other hand, we walk into a bar and
It's
like they
probably-
bend and snap left and right.
You've probably been walking into these rooms all over the years, like, why is everyone picking stuff up off the ground? Like, what's everyone bent over
Why
for?
is everybody always on the ground when I enter a room?
But no, it
when
is
I
like
deliver a package.
it is a weird one, the bend and snap, because it's such a weird act to me. Like, I can't imagine anyone ever doing it,
Right.
or like I've never seen anyone do it. So like it's oddly iconic, but I've never seen it played out in real life.
Yeah.
It's wildly unnatural.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Exactly.
wildly unnatural.
That's a
Yeah.
good way to describe it. Yeah. John,
Yeah.
what were you gonna say was yours though, John?
Man, I think the whistle and I object. Like that
Yeah.
that little bit is like so like I see that clip all the time, right? The I object. Like, you know what I mean? Like that to me. But now moving forward, it will be when she hands him the fucking resume and he's like, it's pink and scented, and Luke Wilson takes it and he goes, smells good. Because like it's the double entendre of the joke. Like
Yeah.
it's
Right,
a great resume and also it actually smells good. Like
yeah.
fucking awesome.
Yeah. I gotta go with Steph in the chat. The phrase "what?" like it's hard.
Yeah.
Like that. That does fly in the female circles heavily. Like I have heard that over the years, and that is probably the most iconic line I think from the movie. I mean, the admissions video definitely like
Oh,
in and
yeah.
of itself
Yeah.
has many components. Like when she's talking about Days of Our Lives or whatever on
Right.
the raft and everything.
Yeah.
Like I think
Hell,
the
what
whole,
happened on Days of Our Lives last week?
Yeah.
I can remember important details at the drop of a hat.
Yeah. But the whole auditions video in
Yeah.
itself is definitely iconic. But I think that line is probably the one thing that has stood the test of time and stood out more than anything else.
Is also having a chihuahua, like hot, like blonde girls have small chihuahuas they carry around in their purse. Like, was that Legally Blonde that started that?
I was thinking that yesterday in the shower. I was like, is that when that started happening?
Is
like
that
people
it?
carrying
Like,
these little
is
dogs around?
Is Paris Hilton just ripping off Reese Witherspoon?
Are y'all ready for something fucking crazy?
Here we
boy.
go.
Oh God, brace
So
yourself.
Bruiser's real name is Mooney. Mooney?
Is he the Taco Bell dog?
No.
Oh.
Get ready though.
Uh-oh.
So at one point, Mooney just passed away a couple years ago too.
Oh,
so
R.I.P. Mooney.
Shout
R.I.P.
out.
Mooney. But at one point, Reese is in her room and the Taco Bell commercial comes on.
Yeah.
And Bruiser barks at the TV.
Yeah.
The Taco Bell Chihuahua, his name is Gidget.
Okay.
Mooney and Gidget lived together. So they were like breaking the fourth wall
Oh.
when Mooney is barking at Gidget.
What?
Gidget was supposed to audition for Legally Blonde, but wasn't available due to prior commitments.
Oh.
So Mooney auditioned.
prior commitments?
Yes.
That
Yes.
was a scheduling conflict
Yes.
with the Taco Bell
Yes.
dog.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Yes.
That's
Hold
incredible.
on. What did
fucking
Steph say?
weird is
His
that?
mom in Legally Blonde 2 was the Taco Bell dog. Whose mom? Bruiser's mom?
I
Yeah.
guess so.
Wow. Wait. Well, then that's just
Wow.
that's kind of weird. If
Yeah.
they're if his former roommate was now playing his mom.
Yeah.
Acting.
Acting.
Acting. Wow. That's crazy.
Wow. That's
Love that.
fucking awesome.
Right.
You did say you had some fun facts.
I do.
I can't believe
That
this.
was
The
incredible.
Taco Bell dog. Yeah, we tried to get him, but he was booked.
Taco
Yeah.
Bell dog was booked, and so we created another Chihuahua icon.
His roommate.
His
His
roommate.
roommate.
they were living in a flat in downtown LA, just eating a bag of rice
Oh.
because they couldn't afford rent.
Struggling young actors.
break.
you know?
I was like, I haven't left the house in 4
Oh,
fucking days.
man.
I have not been outside. But the Taco Bell dog couldn't audition for a fucking movie because he was too busy.
Wow.
Also, it really warmed my heart to see the Taco Bell dog on TV. Like I
Yeah.
was like, man,
Yeah.
I wish they would
Yes.
bring that back. That was
Yes.
great.
Yeah.
That was
No, that's
iconic.
racist.
Yeah.
You can't do that now.
No, I don't
That's
think so.
I guarantee
No.
the Taco Bell dog's racist. You can't do that anymore.
That's probably why they took him off the air.
Yeah.
Ruined his career.
Not that, like, I mean, Taco Bell. Can I just get on a tangent real quick?
Let's
Taco
go.
Bell and Geico are two of the best advertising awareness companies in the world.
Ever.
Taco Bell has created a brand through their commercials, slinging out the worst food, but the best commercials.
I love Taco Bell.
Yeah, but do you love the culture of Taco Bell or do you love the food?
What's the
I love it
culture? I don't know what the culture
Right,
love it
exactly.
all.
What does that
it's
mean?
all like
Well, the culture
the
of
fact
Taco
that they
Bell,
have
what
a
is that?
thing called Baja Blast is a special Mountain Dew you can only get there, or like that they have a 5-star restaurant in Vegas that they serve alcohol at, but it's just fancy Taco Bell. Like Taco Bell is amazing at creating a culture. And Geico was the first company to run 3 separate ad campaigns at the same time.
The Geico, the Caveman,
And then they had just like a
regular
regular like Geico logo commercial. They're brilliant. Anyway,
Okay.
I'm
Anyway,
looking-
R.I.P. Mooney.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
AKA
R.I.P.
Bruiser
Mooney.
from the movie.
Yeah. So yeah, I think those. I think we touched on most
Well,
of them.
yeah. Well, I mean, what other ones do you guys think stand out from the movie? Are there any others that we didn't touch on besides the
No, I
admissions
think that was
video,
about it.
the dog in the purse, the what like it's hard line?
Yeah.
I mean, there's the Playboy bunny outfit. I think is a really comedic.
Oh, that's a good point. When she shows up
long-lasting-
at the party,
Yeah,
Yep.
in costume for the costume party.
yep.
Right.
I felt like getting dressed up.
Yeah.
When she refers to Cosmo as the Bible.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
like
good.
That made
That's
me
good.
giggle.
I like, and also like again, and it just goes back to like flipping the script on its head with the hot blonde shows up in a Playboy bunny outfit and all the lawyers laugh. Like, dude, if everyone else is laughing at her, that means like she needs a friend.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Agreed. I feel there's got to be something from the ending courtroom scene, right?
Well, I love the and what's your boyfriend's name?
Chuck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That wasn't the ending one, but like
Yeah.
that's a great scene. Absolutely awesome scene.
When they're in the jail with Ali Larder and she's like, liposuction. Like
Oh,
that
yeah,
was.
that
I
was
mean, that's probably
good.
not iconic, but that was a
Yeah.
good line. Ali Larder, by the way, you forget is in this movie, in that small role, and she had a pretty good career there for a while. Until she didn't.
Don't
she's
even know
what
what
in
she's
all
in.
the Resident Evil movies. That's like the only thing I recognized her
Oh,
from.
is she? She's
She's not Mila Jovovich.
She's
Oh,
the other
okay.
one.
Yeah, the
Oh,
blonde
I
girl.
remember
I've
that.
never seen any of them,
Yeah.
but I was
Okay.
like,
I
I
think
know
she's
her
in
face.
Heroes, I think, but yeah.
Mhm.
If you don't know her, then you won't know her.
Yeah.
Linda Cardellini, by the way, in the trial scene, she's the girl with the perm,
yeah.
who we love from Freaks and Geeks, and
Yes.
she's had a great career.
Yes.
Scooby Doo, Velma,
Yes.
and everything.
The
so.
lady from George of the Jungle.
Yes, she is. Yes, she
What?
is.
No, that's Leslie Mann.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
The law professor.
Oh, the
That, like-
mom, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's the mom from George of the
Oh,
Jungle.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Iconic.
Yeah,
Just
I mean it's
through
it's
and
the
through.
style, it's the fashion, it's the music, it's
Right.
really the jokes and the actors and actresses who we'll talk about later.
But it is certainly of an era, and in that era there were a number of iconic movies in through that time. So I just kind of want to we're gonna go through some of them, and I'm kind of like reorganizing them depending on how I personally.
Honestly,
see
like when I think
them.
back to all these movies, we have like
Yeah,
6 or
there
7.
we
I
go.
think that we're gonna
Yeah.
compare to Legally Blonde, and this wasn't that long ago. I mean, this is early 2000s. Late 90s, early 2000s, and this was just such a great fucking era for comedies. It really was, especially because lately it's been very droll and disappointing. But these movies are just
And what we're gonna get into
so
is
good.
a lot of these movies share some key cast members too. But
yes.
so better or worse than Legally Blonde, the first one. Ryan fucking Reynolds, Justin Long, Dane fucking Cook, Waiting.
I see. And Waiting is a weird one
and Anna
because
Faris. Fuck, I forgot about
Anna
Anna
Faris,
Faris.
yeah. Oh, the whole cast in this movie is
Yep.
fantastic. Waiting is one that I feel like I missed the boat when it initially came out. Like I don't remember it coming out in theaters.
What the fuck is this movie?
Steph, it's amazing. Oh my
Waiting
god.
Tonight. Afterthoughts for the movies.
All these actors play waiters at a restaurant called Shenanigans,
Yes.
and they're like trying to figure out what they are supposed to do with their life while working at this restaurant. If you've ever worked at a restaurant, it hits on like every stereotype
my
you
God.
could possibly imagine. In
And
terms
I
of,
was
like,
working at a restaurant when
Yeah.
this movie came out.
What restaurant did you work at?
It was a little hometown joint called Snack and Pack.
Have you ever worked at a restaurant?
A Wendy's.
I worked at Wendy's. I haven't worked at like a
Put
full
some
like a
respect on
nicer
it.
restaurant. Like this is more of a sit down restaurant they work at, but I haven't worked at one of those. I don't think.
That's what I worked at.
My first job was Haas's.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Shout
yeah,
out
you
Haas.
get this. This is to
I've
your
only
core.
seen parts of it.
Oh, dude.
I
Oh,
fucking,
dude, you gotta check it out.
I hate Dane Cook.
Yeah, but
Dane
he's like
Cook
a funny
was never funny
side
to me.
character. He doesn't have a big
the
role.
goat, the
Yeah.
brain.
I'm familiar with the goat because a friend of mine did it to a teacher on a field trip.
Oh, the goat.
That resulted in some-
man.
That resulted in an after-school meeting.
Oh, the Batwing.
The last day at my actual restaurant job, like everybody kind of like hung out afterwards, and I left by going, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. I'm out."
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
the way
not
to do
waiting
it.
though, is it?
that is waiting. That's the end of waiting.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's
Don't
the end of.
spoil
They're
it.
all at the big party, and the kid who they're torturing the
Yeah.
entire way through the movie, who doesn't speak the entire movie,
Right.
ends it with,
Yeah.
"Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. I'm out."
Yeah.
And it's the
'Cause
best.
it's set over the course of just one day. It's like this new
Yeah.
kid's first day at the restaurant, and then he meets all the people at the restaurant.
Is Ryan Reynolds the new kid?
No, he's the guy who trains him.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like the seasoned vet.
I need to revisit it because the parts I've seen like clips of it since, and
Oh,
it's
the
it's
best.
fucking
It's
hilarious.
outrageous.
the best.
It's great. Waiting I'm saying is better than Legally Blonde.
Ooh, I don't know
I can't
about
do
that
it.
though. I
Yeah.
don't know about that.
I think it has a better cast and is funnier, and that's probably
it has
why.
a deeper cast for sure.
Deeper's a better word. Yeah.
Like Warner's like kind of a bust in Legally Blonde, right? Like
Yeah.
he just kind of serves a purpose.
Sure.
Whereas like this cast you can see is like literally stacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love Waiting, but Legally Blonde beats out Waiting for me.
Nice. You know the one actress from Legally Blonde is in Waiting, right? The girl, the waitress in Waiting, the real crazy one who's like, "God damn it!" all the time.
Yeah.
Is Elle's sorority girlfriend.
Oh my god.
the shorter
Oh,
one.
wow.
The dark haired one. Yeah.
She's very. When I saw her, I'm like, I've seen her in a bunch of stuff, and I couldn't
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
get into it. How about Seth Rogen's sneaky or not Seth Rogen?
Jonah Hill.
Thank you, Jonah Hill's sneaky performance in Accepted. Better or worse than Legally Blonde?
Ask me about my wiener. I mean, that's iconic in itself.
I mean, we all basically went to Accepted because we all went to Robert Morris. But
Heyo.
yeah,
Yeah, Accepted about a bunch of people who can't get into regular colleges, who aren't good enough or smart enough or whatever. So they form their own college and discover that a whole bunch of other people.
South Harmon Institute
Yeah.
of Technology.
Yeah, a.k.a.
Shit.
Yeah. And all these other rejects go into that school as well. And Lewis Black is the only teacher there.
Oh, she's not seen this one either. All right, Steph, I promise the rest of them you've seen after these first
I mean,
two.
Steph,
If you
gotta get on
haven't,
here.
like, we have to talk.
Yeah.
You guys both seen Accepted?
Yeah.
Zach?
I have not.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man.
I have not.
Oh, Accepted's sneaky good. Like, it was kind of like the forgotten movie of this genre, but it's Justin Long, so, you know.
Blake Lively is in it.
Yep.
Jonah Hill's in it. It's a great cast of comedic characters when they're all really young. Yeah,
You got me on Lewis Black, so
yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Holding
yeah,
No
he's like
Bones.
the acting dean or whatever.
Yeah, he's the principal or what. He's
Yeah.
he's the only teacher at the school.
Yeah.
Legally Blonde is probably. I think Accepted's a really fun movie too, though, but tough to say.
She is hot as fuck. You're absolutely
Agreed.
right.
Yes, definitely. Deeper cast again on Accepted, but Legally Blonde's probably better than Accepted.
I think like I can't like I think of moments from Accepted where I'm like, oh, that was a nice like fun moment, but like I don't have like lines in like I do from Legally Blonde.
Yeah, the only one is the
Show me
wiener line.
your wiener, yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
only one I
That's
can
about
remember
it.
off the top of my head from that movie.
Yeah.
It was
But
in the
is-
trailer too, so that was like a big draw.
Oh,
Right,
right.
right.
I think but it is sneaky good, like you said. Like it's not iconic, but it's still a great movie.
Yeah.
Like Legally Blonde, like it's really funny, but then it's also a good story about like
Right.
not judging people too harshly or whatever.
Right.
So yeah, there you go.
All right. Here's the first one.
Steph, if you haven't seen this one, then there's no
Yeah.
hope for you. I don't think.
Yeah.
10 Things I Hate About You, better or worse than Legally Blonde. Before you even fucking say yes or like I want yes or no's before we even get into it. Is Legally Blonde better than 10 Things I Hate About You, Justin?
No.
Zach.
Yes.
Thank
What?
you. Fucking way
What?
better.
No way.
It's way better.
Get the hell out of here.
You're fucking full of shit,
10
dude.
Things I Hate About You is untouchable in this genre. I mean, there is no way Legally Blonde is better than 10 Things.
Wait
I
a minute.
Hate
Wait a
About You.
minute. Wait, what did I wait?
You posed the question two different ways.
Oh.
I think Legally Blonde is better than 10 Things I Hate About You.
Oh, no, I'm with you.
Oh.
Okay.
Hello.
All right.
I was
Wow.
like, what are
Hey,
we talking about
classic
here?
Josh mess
Oh,
around.
It gets too heavy to be better than Legally Blonde. The crying, reading the poem shit is cringy to me.
Oh no.
It is a little bit more emotional, I think.
Come
Yeah,
on.
Steph is right, but it's just so. The actors themselves. I mean, there are so many more lines I think from 10 Things I Hate About You that stand out. But it's not by much, but it's enough that it's unequivocally, I think, 10 Things I Hate About You.
I would say that 90% of the romantic gestures I've ever made towards my wife came from ideas from 10 Things I Hate About You.
Nice.
At least.
Oh, you're still
The other
married,
half are
so-
P.S. I love
I
you.
was gonna say, how's your marriage doing? You good? You guys good?
Zach, why do you say Legally Blonde though?
Because I know 100% I have seen 10 Things I Hate About You one time, and I don't remember a goddamn thing from it.
Wow,
I think you
that's
need to go back
surprising.
and rewatch this.
Definitely.
Maybe, but like,
How long ago was it that you saw it? Was it when it came out in 1998?
no, definitely like the mid 2000s though. I'm
Okay.
sure it was. I'm pretty sure it was like a TBS viewing.
Yeah. I mean, just to go back now and see the young Heath and JGL and Julia Stiles and everything, Gabrielle Union, plus the
If
lines.
someone in my high school wrote a poem crying about a long-haired dickwad sitting behind her in class, I'd tell her to grow the fuck up. Wow. Steph.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, Steph's a savage, so I'm not gonna like take a shot at her because I don't want to get killed in a dark alley room when the lights are off. But like,
I'll fight that fight for you. I
okay,
think me and Steph
high
have already
school
agreed we have to
boyfriends
fight.
aren't forever. Move on. Damn.
Oh, they are when you're in high school. I defend all the high school boys
yeah,
out there.
fuck
Or
that.
high school, whoever.
I
kids,
love it.
Kids in love in high school.
Yeah. 10 Things I Hate About You is in my 100 favorite movies of all time. It's perfect.
This is a movie where I could go start to finish and just like every scene,
Every
quote it,
yep,
everything
yep,
just feels classic about it. Yeah.
Yep. I'd off myself. I was still as my high school boyfriend.
I'm
Well,
just glad she's
okay.
seen it at least.
Many
Thanks,
people
Steph.
have, I think.
Yeah,
You
okay.
wouldn't be the first.
How about this college classic, Old School?
Old school. Oh, another Luke Wilson classic.
That's crazy to even think that Luke Wilson's in this movie because that's the last person I think of in this movie.
Right? Isn't that funny that he's
Vince
the main
Vaughn,
character?
Will Ferrell,
Yeah.
and like I can't even remember Luke Wilson
Blue.
in this movie.
You're my boy, Blue. My boy, Blue. I mean,
Oh my God, Dust in the Wind.
Vince Vaughn was born on my birthday, by the way, Steph. So
Oh.
I feel
Shout out,
like
Vince
you hate
Vaughn.
me a little bit.
Yeah, well, yeah.
20 years earlier.
Wait, she hates Vince Vaughn?
She
Oh,
does.
Lord Jesus.
Steffi's a hockey fan.
Old school or Legally Blonde? Old school or Legally
Fun
Blonde? I feel like as a guy, my natural tendency is to say old school, but I want to not be too biased there.
I don't think Old School's better than Legally Blonde.
Old school's fucking overrated.
Really?
So
I
hard.
wouldn't go that
I
far.
will. I'll say. And I want to bring something else up. And
I
don't-
cry literal tears every time Frank the Tank shot himself in the neck with a tranquilizer.
I only recognize one Frank the Tank.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I want to bring something up that I thought while watching Legally Blonde last night, and this might be a hot take,
Okay.
and it's I guess his actual like credited name in the movie is Dorky David Kidney, but David Kidney, the kind of like autistic guy in Legally
Oh, yeah,
Blonde,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
her,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
friend.
yeah.
David Kidney is the blueprint for every Will Ferrell character.
Wait, who is David?
He's
What?
so when she walks up and slaps the guy and he's like, "Where
Oh,
have
yeah.
you been?"
Yeah.
That's David.
He even
Kidney.
kind of looks like Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Every Will Ferrell performance is based off of David Kidney.
Is that a fact or that's just what you think?
That's what I'm saying.
I could see it though.
Huh.
I was like, wow, this guy is Will Ferrell, but it's not Will Ferrell. And then the more the movie went on, I was like, wait a minute. Every Will Ferrell performance is just like a weird, like David Kidney variation.
Agreed. I could see it for sure.
The
Yeah.
movie is funny, but I would choose Legally Blonde. Says Steph. Jason, Old School has more quotes, maybe not better movie, but more iconic quotes. Let's go streaking. You're my boy, Blue.
I would allow that. I would say that.
Agreed. It's I feel like better than, worse than is very comparable to more iconic, less iconic in this sense.
Earmuffs. Yeah,
Which
that's a good one,
is
too.
more iconic?
Like,
There's a
I tell
question.
people to do earmuffs, and like I don't even remember that it's from Old School.
Earmuffs is just a salad from Moe's to me. Like I don't think of Old School. I think of Moe's.
Definitely
Also, like
more
I'm overweight,
quotes.
so that's probably why, But
Definitely more quotes, and I remember more of. I think I have to say Old School is a little better than Legally Blonde.
See, I
Like
think
Legally Blonde has its moments that are better than Old School for sure, but if we talking start to finish the whole way through, it's got to be Old School.
I need to rewatch Old School, I think, before I can really weigh in. Right now, I'm leaning Legally Blonde, but maybe I need to rewatch Old School.
is Old School for men what Legally Blonde is to
What
women?
up, Feather Shell? Full disclosure.
Is what is
Is
old,
like Old
what?
School for men what Legally Blonde is to women?
Why is Frank the Tank?
No.
Like, is
male
it their
icon?
iconic, like, kind of college-y movie?
Mm,
And like Old School is like the male, like, iconic college movie?
I don't know that they're
Assuming
the
that
same
men and women
necessarily.
have like different values in regard to like a comedic movie about college.
man,
Well,
I
they're,
don't
they're
think.
different in what they're about though, because
Yeah.
Old School is about guys that are like older and like just taking a break from their life and like reliving the college glory days.
Yeah,
right?
like,
which is
There's
fun
a
and-
movie on this
yeah.
list that's a college movie. This is not a college movie to me. This is just like a funny movie. Like Animal House is a college movie.
But you don't think Old School is?
No,
It's definitely college.
I mean, I don't
Yeah.
think like maybe I saw it in college, but I don't think of it as a college movie.
Is it because everyone's so old?
I think. I mean, that might be part of it.
Seriously,
good-
like
a
when
good point.
when Will Ferrell and and Luke Wilson and Vince Vaughn are walking around the house talking about all the crazy frat parties they're gonna have, and they're clearly like 30 plus years
Yeah.
old. It's
Yeah.
definitely like
Yeah.
a little weird, but
I think my dad, when I think of this movie, Feathershell says she hasn't heard of any of these except for Legally Blonde. What?
yeah, I agree with Steph there. This is
Midlife
this is more of a
crisis
midlife.
movie.
Yeah, like this is
Yeah.
refusing to let go of your and
Yeah.
Legally Blonde is a little bit more. It's more.
Is it
up and
weird that
coming.
like you guys said like a college movie and my mind went to Superbad?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a college movie.
I know, but like that, I guess I identify so heavily with that moment. Like I identify more heavily with what happened in Superbad being ready to transition to college than any college movie, because Justin will attest to, I was not at a party in college until my senior year when I started throwing the parties.
You know what's kind of funny when so Legally Blonde starts with them going through the house. What's
Yeah.
it called?
Sorority house.
Yeah.
Sorority house.
Yeah.
I was like, I've never been in a frat house.
I was in the hockey house, but that was it. Never the frat house. No.
But like Army didn't have like frat houses.
No, we had frat dorms.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're definitely not all. That's like the most extra version that you could possibly make it. Like how when you watch Entourage and it's like just 10 out of 10 babes as every single extra.
Yeah.
That's like the frat house there. It's like they're all beautiful and they're all like working out and they all look fantastic and it's like clean and pretty and like iconically glorious. But
yeah,
that's not how all the sorority houses are. Trust me. Like that's like the 1 out of 1 million.
What do you know about sorority houses?
I mean, that's not even. If I'm basing just off RMU, that's not even what college is like. There were no
I mean-
attractive women at RMU.
Yeah, like I dated a girl in a sorority through college, and I don't remember a sorority house or anything like that.
It was just weird to think that like it's such like a college thing, but I was like, I have no idea.
I mean, it goes to the fact that we all went to a private liberal arts school that's basically a community college. So,
Yeah. Well,
Well,
anyway.
plus that was like the Bel Air, L.A.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah,
that
yeah,
house
yeah.
itself was like ginormous.
Right,
It was like
right,
the Playboy Mansion.
right.
Like it was huge, and they had a freaking gym in the middle of it.
Right.
Like, and all this stuff. So
So yeah, I lead Legally Blonde. Are you saying Legally Blonde?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. PSU huge frats never joined, but every freshman and sophomore went to parties. Any Greek life house is sticky in the furniture that belongs in a dump. Yes.
it's like a movie theater. It's like
Yeah.
everything is sticky.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a college movie. Van Wilder.
This might be one of the closer ones to
Legally Blonde. This one's a tight one for me too. And it's also I mean, is there a more Ryan Reynolds movie than this?
Deadpool,
But
yeah.
like
maybe.
that's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is it.
All right, I'm calling bullshit here.
What
Steph
happened?
has never heard of Van Wilder. That can't be right. Van Wilder is.
Well, she doesn't like Nick Cage and Vince Vaughn, so she just doesn't like good shit. So like, that's fair.
That's
Yeah.
very surprising.
I wanted to
on
go back
brand
up.
for Steph.
Feathershell says, never mind. I did read Feathershell's thing. I thought maybe I didn't. All right, cool.
National Lampoon's Van Wilder. They've made like 30 spin-offs of this.
Oh,
Yeah.
But this was the OG,
Yeah.
the original one with Ryan Reynolds and Tara Reid,
Yeah.
where he plays a guy. And this is based. This is based on Burt Kreischer's life.
I've heard that.
That's that like
Of course it is.
that. It's actually true. There was an article written
Van
about
Wilder
Burt
would go
Kreischer.
on to be friends with Joe Rogan and like perform with his shirt off for millions of people.
There was an article written about Burt Kreischer, who was at Florida State University for like
course.
6 or 7 years,
course.
and just partied nonstop and stayed at college till he was like 24. And that article got optioned and became Van Wilder. Like it's literally based on Burt Kreischer's time in college.
I love Burt Kreischer.
Yeah,
He's a
That's
legend.
incredible.
definitely.
Fucking legend.
What a fucking legend. That's amazing. Man, I think
This is more of a
I think
college
it's
movie
so
than Legally
close.
Blonde is.
Yeah.
Though. Legally Blonde doesn't feel like a college movie to me. Like,
Yeah.
it's like a law movie almost, like
Yeah.
a lawyer comedy.
Steph, I can't blame your father for not introducing you to Van Wilder. So.
or any National Lampoon
Yeah.
college movies.
Yeah, but
Considering
see,
Animal House is the first of them.
But I think National Lampoon tends to make people think of like Chevy Chase, like Christmas and Vacation
Yeah.
and those movies. And this
Yeah.
is just like it says National Lampoon, but it's not even
Which is,
remotely.
it's really
related.
crazy because I'm the exact opposite because like my dad, like when I turned 13 was like, don't tell your mother we're going to watch Animal House. And so like National Lampoon, I think of Animal House and
Right.
then I think of Van Wilder because I don't even think I saw Christmas Vacation until after I had already seen Van Wilder and, well, obviously Animal House.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is better than or worse than Legally Blonde or Van Wilder? Van Wilder, it has its moments for sure. I mean, Taj, of course, with Cal Penn, and just the cast, Ryan Reynolds and Tara Reid when they're young, and man,
Every time I want to say Legally Blonde's better, I can't bring myself to do it. So it's got to be Van Wilder.
I'm going Legally Blonde.
Okay. It's a coin flip. Dude, catch me on the right day and it's Legally Blonde. Catch me on the other day and it's Van Wilder.
Yeah, I think just
He has his own golf cart. He just drives it around the campus.
yeah, I don't know.
It's
I just
so
I
good.
think part of me just like I don't know. Like I think like old school Van Wilder, like those are like guy kind of movies.
Yeah, for sure.
And I just was never
Mhm.
I was just a soft bitch my entire life, so I never like I don't really I resonate.
You didn't have like the guys like we all have our hand down our pants for some weird reason.
yeah,
moment. Okay.
No.
I think I have to say Van Wilder is better than Legally Blonde. I think just again, I think it has more moments
Yeah.
than Legally Blonde does because just like the other movies, Legally Blonde has great moments, but there are just more of them in these other movies. I don't know if Van Wilder is more iconic than Legally Blonde. I would actually probably call that a tie in terms of icon
I
status.
think that's fair.
Yeah.
And the pivotal role that both played in the careers of two Hollywood fucking A-list celebrities now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Reese
that's
and Ryan.
yeah.
For sure.
sorry, Tara.
Wow, hey, she's got Sharknado.
I fucking love Tara Reid.
Tara
Like that's like my what is it what's something like that you like and you don't want to tell people that you
Guilty
like
pleasure?
it? Guilty pleasure. Like she's my guilty pleasure babe. That if Tara Reid's in it, I'm like, all right.
She's everybody's guilty pleasure.
Is
babe.
she?
I
Okay,
think
good.
so.
All right. I'm glad I'm not alone.
No one wants to be proud.
But like then she was like sober for a minute and then she was on Scrubs and you're like, oh, I love Tara Reid again.
Tara Reid never did it for me.
No?
No.
Not even in Scrubs?
No. It
Jordan's
was like she was
sister?
too tan. She was like there was
Oh,
something
so
like fake
funny.
about her. I never liked
So
like, the
funny.
Hollywood lifestyle and everything. No, didn't do it for me.
Steph hated Van Wilder because her dad overexposed her to it.
Fair.
American Pie. This is better than Legally Blonde.
Yes, because it's the first American Pie.
Yes.
The
But,
others,
like,
yeah, closer.
all like the cast better, the story better, the quotes better, the scenes better, iconic, awesome, amazing, fucking great. She spoke during sex on Scrubs. That's absolutely correct. She did, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, I agree with everything you just said.
It's got to be American Pie. He fucks the pie. I suck a pussy up my flute at band camp. Stifler's mom. Like, anything that fucking Scott says. Like, it's all great. Scotty doesn't know. Like, everything.
Yeah.
American Pie.
Yep, the cast itself, right?
Not a college movie. Correct. It is a high school movie.
Right, but
fucking incredible.
the thing also was like these are all movies that came out at the same time that
Oh,
were
yeah,
comedies
yeah,
around
yeah,
similar
yeah,
subject
yeah.
matter. So American Pie was like the first, I guess, of this batch. But yeah,
Is Elizabeth Banks in American Pie?
she's
No.
not.
Okay. All right.
It's the girl from How I Met Your Mother, Allison, whatever her name is, the
Okay.
redhead,
I plead the fifth on
and
this one.
Shannon Elizabeth.
What do
is
you
in
mean
it.
you plead the fifth, Steph?
Yeah, what does that mean?
As in, like, you don't want to
She
admit that
refuses
you
to
love
say.
American Pie?
Yeah, because it would be better. She would incriminate herself by saying American Pie.
Uh-huh. It'll make you mad. Steph,
I like Legally Blonde more.
you are a fucking liar.
Is someone paying you to be
You're
here?
a
Oh, that's
fucking
Legally Blonde
liar.
answers.
Legally Blonde is not better.
Then American Pie.
I'm not saying it's better. I'm just saying I like it more.
What's the difference?
Because I can agree with
I
everything
think he's
Josh
just trying
said.
to kiss up to Steph so she won't kill him in Among Us anymore.
No, I mean, if Steph wants to throw hands, it's on like Donkey Kong. I agree with everything Josh said. I like Legally Blonde more. It's like too much. Like it's just not like my brand of humor.
Oh man.
I see
Like,
again.
I'm
I think that my
Just
male
wait.
bias is.
Jason, you can't be joining them in this.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are allowed to be like sexist pigs. That's fine. That's cool. That's cool.
No, but
Get it out. Get it out of your system.
Some
now.
of these movies, like Old School and Van Wilder and American Pie, are more. I think. Do you think that men would probably like them more because of the
100%. 100%. Like I said though,
I don't know.
I was a soft
I
young
guess
man.
I don't think that way about American Pie.
I mean, we love American Pie, right? But I don't know if women love American Pie as much as we do.
Fucking
guys-
gross.
funny.
It's from the guy's
It's
perspective,
gross.
though.
It's a gross fucking movie.
It's from the guy. Like Stifler is
They're all
every
like
guy.
watching on the fucking stream. She's gonna fuck him.
Yeah, like I get why that's funny, but it just like it's just not for me.
Okay. I think J-Tronic's comment kind of sums up what we were talking about with American Pie or Legally Blonde at the beginning, right? Which is, he says, as a father, I've let my 12-year-old watch Legally Blonde. She'll never see American Pie with me, right? So that's like
a solid parenting move.
Actually, so remembering that Jason has 2 daughters is really fucking me up right now. I love his daughters. They're amazing people, but like, yeah. Also, please don't let Claire and Gwen watch fucking Thoughts from the Movies. They'll think so much less of Brody's dad. Shit.
I want to ask Steph what makes her
man.
uncomfortable about American Pie. I'm genuinely curious about that one. I mean, I can get if
Are
it's
you?
cringy, but I don't know. Like, to me, it's just a beloved comedy. I'm wondering what actually is like. What are the uncomfortable beats of that movie? I mean, you sound like you already know. So like, what are the moments
everything
there?
that like a guy likes about American Pie is like super cringy for like a woman.
Well, like what? Give us some examples.
The whole fucking the pie, the whole shoving a flute up her pussy, like
Oh man. Okay.
like I don't know. Like I understand why that's funny, but to me that's just like
That's growing pains, though, and it's both sides in that example, at least.
yeah.
I mean, it might be weird to watch him if he's fucking the pie, I guess, but
Oh my god, so funny.
it's just such a coming of age thing.
Don't get me wrong, I like American Pie. It's a fine movie. I
Man.
would say it is better than Legally Blonde. I'm just saying I prefer Legally Blonde.
Wow.
I'm genuinely curious about the uncomfortable, though, of that, because I think that's where the gap is between a lot of people, right? Like a lot
It
of men and women.
sexualizes things in a way that I would never happen in real life, and stuff like this gave boys the pass to use it to be creepy. Oh.
sexualizes things in a way that would
Yeah, I
never
mean,
happen
I
in
would
real life.
disavow any man that was like, "Can I put a flute
Like
up
being
your
in a
pussy?"
band, it was a thing that girls were asked if they'd ever put their instrument in their vaginas.
Well, I guess that would probably never happen.
Well, if you played the fucking French horn, like that would be offensive, I guess.
Yeah, but that's why
our
it's,
best friend
yeah.
played the tuba, but he was a dude. And he had
But isn't
giant
that
lips.
isn't that why that scene is funny? Because
He
it's
had
so
giant lips?
ridiculous.
Yeah. It was hilarious.
You ever shove a bass drum up your ass?
I'm sorry. You're trying to be serious, and I'm
Yeah,
talking about
sorry.
Warren's lips.
I'm just going down like an existential rabbit hole right now. You know?
Justin's crushed. American
No,
Pie
I
is
think
creepy.
this is like the conversation that needs to happen today, because to me
Oh, I
American
don't
Pie
wanna
is such a
have it.
beloved
I
comedy.
know.
And if there are things in it that Steph is like that really made me uncomfortable watching, like I want to know what that stuff is and then maybe get a little bit of perspective. Like
I mean, I guess, you know, like the recording them having sex and that, like,
the webcam thing is yeah, I
is
guess
pretty creepy.
Sus.
Stifler's mom fucking, what is his name? Sean William Scott.
that's Stifler, that's her son.
Or,
That's incest, brother.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Who?
It's
But anyway, Stifler's mom fucking people.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
Cal Penn.
Yeah.
Or John Cho, his other buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
I don't. Man, this is just bringing me down. I love
Let's
American
go to the next
Pie.
one.
Yeah.
Nobody
All
has
right.
a bad thing to say about the next one.
Yeah, but maybe we should.
Well, maybe this will be like the other end of it. Okay. I don't because. Like,
'Cause, like,
there wasn't anything in Mean Girls that I felt uncomfortable watching.
Mean Girls is like Mean Girls to me. I put it last because this is the best movie on this list.
Yeah.
This beats all of them.
What?
Yeah.
I
Mean
think,
Girls beats every other movie
Oh
on
my
this
God,
list?
yes,
I
by
think-
a country mile.
I think Steph has a point here with her last
What?
comment. Teenage Boys ruined it by trying to make it real.
Oh.
I think, and I think this might be like a big thing, especially now, 2021, 2020, where like you can get called out or canceled for acting creepily.
Yeah.
I think, seeing this as like, I don't think I saw it when it came out, it probably came
Yeah,
out
like,
when we were like in middle school.
What Louis C.K. did,
is hilarious if it's in American
if it's
Pie.
in American Pie, you're so fucking right.
I think what it was that
Shit.
impressionable young men saw it
Yeah.
and like it was funny and it was cool and it was like a cultural thing and they were like, oh, this is like how dudes get girls.
It's the same thing that Jackass did, but instead of hurting ourselves, we were hurting other people.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, I'm still totally behind you
I
guys
feel
on
you,
this
Steph.
one. Because I don't remember anything in American Pie being like nobody forced themselves on anybody, right? Like it was the growing pains of high school. It
Stifler's
was
mom
like,
forced herself on high school boys.
I have no. That's like really nitpicking. I think a little bit. I'm talking about like the main cast of the main story, like all the kids in high school. Like Jason Biggs and the band geek, right? Both two awkward people that come together and like start dating. Stifler, I guess maybe the Stifler of it all.
Yeah.
The Chris,
the Stifler.
yeah.
Which
Stifler
is
of it
also
all.
just like an amazing American Pie quote. It's like the Stifler of it all. Be sorry to ruin American Pie. It's still a good movie, but it has not aged well in 2021.
Yeah.
Man.
I can
I
see
mean,
that.
a lot of things haven't.
Well,
Yeah.
that could be more true.
All right.
Okay, go back to Mean Girls.
Go back to Mean
Yeah.
Girls. The best movie in this list.
I can't believe you're saying this is better than all those other
Oh,
movies.
dude, it's
like
better than all
it's
of them.
definitely
Hands down.
it's working its way up.
She
but
doesn't even go here. That doesn't
What scene
land
was
with
that?
either
What
of
scene
you.
was that from?
At
No,
the end, where
it's
they
probably-
drag all the girls into the gym to tell them to stop being mean to each other, and the one girl gets up there and she's like confessing her soul, and the gay guy sneaks in the back with the hoodie up and he goes, "She doesn't even go here." Like,
Probably more iconic than anything in any of these movies.
what?
That line.
Oh, yeah, it's transcended every the movie itself.
Again, based on an Ariana Grande music video.
We don't wear pink, or we only wear pink on Wednesdays. Or sweatpants on Wednesdays.
Stop trying to make fetch happen.
Stop trying to make fetch happen.
The
When she
burn
grabs her
book.
boobs, she goes, "There's 39%. It's already raining."
Yeah.
I mean, the burn book. the skirts, the way they looked. What's her fucking face? What's Rachel McAdams' name?
Regina George.
Regina George being the ultimate bitch and like the whole 9 yards. Lindsay Lohan at the peak of her powers and hotness. Like there's just so much awesome shit that happens in this movie.
I've personally quoted Mean Girls
Yeah,
many times.
all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
When she gets hit by the bus, like it's so good.
Yeah, the cast is there. You know,
Oh.
Amy Poehler as the mother.
The cast is the fucking dancing.
Lizzie Kaplan's in it.
She kicks the fucking off the stage and hits them. Oh my
Yeah, yeah.
god, it's so good.
Is
It's
it better
perfect.
than Legally Blonde?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tits out shirt. It was awesome. Yeah, it's Mean Girls and Superbad are like 1-2.
Did you ever watch Booksmart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
curious you didn't put that in there. You didn't? Did you like Booksmart, you guys? Because I thought Booksmart was the best movie of that year when it came out in 2019, and I loved it. To this day, I love Booksmart.
All these are like in the same era. I guess Mean Girls isn't.
I'm not talking about just in the list in
Yeah.
general. I'm just
Oh.
yeah. I'm just wondering if you would put Booksmart with Superbad.
I think if I was 18, Booksmart would have been awesome.
Yeah.
But like I'm 30, and I was like, this is kind of weird
Yeah.
because they're
I
like
agree.
teenage girls.
Right.
That's all. I also feel really weird when I watch Euphoria with my wife. I'm like, if I was 18, I would think this was fucking amazing, but like I feel real weird about this. I feel the same weird way about Sex Education. I love Sex Education. I think it's a great TV show, but every time I'm like, he's giving advice about jerking off, I'm like, that is a boy.
Yeah.
Like he is a child.
Yeah. Yeah. I have issues with shit like that. But
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Mean Girls, I would say better than Legally Blonde.
Yeah. This also matches up to Legally Blonde because it was made into a Broadway musical. That is true. Both made into Broadway musicals,
go.
Steph.
Key things I look for.
Yeah, exactly. In great movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder why Mean Girls and Superbad have not gotten the retrospective that we just gave to American Pie.
Give it
American
time.
Pie, yeah,
Give
that's
it
a big
time.
thing. I mean, American Pie came out a decade before those movies did.
Yeah.
And it was sort of, it's, the preeminent R-rated teen comedy.
Right. Superbad and Mean Girls don't happen without American Pie.
Right. And I definitely think they're both as iconic as they can be given the relatively short amount of time that's passed since they've been released.
In what
Well,
regard do you mean?
No, I meant that the negative review
Okay.
side of that we just went through with American Pie.
Because
Oh.
I think some things are just like culturally, like we're down to cancel a lot of shit, but then also like there are some things that like people can try to cancel and the rest of us are just like, stop it.
Like when they tried to cancel Rogan.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, okay, we all know what he's about. Like, leave him alone.
Yeah. Or like the fact that Robert Downey Jr. in blackface in Tropic Thunder has somehow
That's a great point.
not been brought up when they're going after
Yeah.
fucking
Everybody, but like
Who's the
Robert
guy
Downey
that-
Jr. plays a black guy or plays a white guy who got.
yeah.
I can't even say it. He plays a white guy who got a skin treatment so that he could play a black guy playing a white guy playing a black guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, look at this.
It's so good.
That's why, yeah, because it played into that character though, and like even a lot of people I think in the black community have said that they're okay with that version because it was part of like the way that character was written. Like he was so crazy an actor that he was a white guy who wanted to get into his character so deeply.
Right.
Like I don't have a problem with
So
that.
Steph says that the LGBTQ plus community has ripped apart this because of the Janice and Damien stuff.
Janet, Ian, and Damien. Who's Damien?
Damien is the
fat
the gay guy. And then
Oh,
like
okay. That's
if
right,
you
that's
remember
right.
Janice is like accused of liking Regina George. That's why she gets put in the burn book. That's why she's no longer popular.
Mhm.
But like, who fucking cares?
I
Like,
know.
get a life. Fucking.
And,
nerds.
like-
Well, in high school though. That's
I know.
But it was also
I know, but
it's a movie that's 10 years old. Like we have to start admitting that times were different. you
Yeah.
know?
Cause like I was just thinking of more positive. Like it was a Wednesday. Like, and like it's the date, and now every time that date, when he goes like, "What's today's date? Is it blah blah blah?" and she's like, "No, it's no," but then she doesn't tell him
Yeah, but
in class. It was a
even
great
in like
moment.
Legally
Great
Blonde,
moment.
the fact that the case is broken because she knows Eduardo is gay because he says something about her
About her
Prada
shoes.
Like I
That's
thought,
a good point.
I
yeah.
thought like I wonder if
yeah.
this would ruffle feathers. And
Yeah.
then I was like, also like get a fucking life.
Yeah, and then
because
like
it's a
Luke
hilarious part of the
Wilson
fucking
going
movie.
after him the way he did, and like, what's
Yeah.
your boyfriend's name?
Yeah.
And then the guy stands up in the back.
You bitch.
yeah,
and then he leaves.
like that's hilarious.
Wait, Chuck.
What's your boyfriend's name? Chuck. He
Yeah.
means nothing to me. Damien is gay, best friend, and that stereotype, and Janice because the whole joke is she's Lebanese. That's right. They call her a lesbian, and it's a whole thing, but that's like the most of it because the rest is supposed to be wrong and bad. Yeah. And well, and like super bad, like the whole period thing. And she's grinding on Jonah Hill's leg.
But I've witnessed. I had that. I've seen that happen in real life. I was at a bar in McKees Rocks. This was probably like 10 years ago. There's this absolute fucking rocks swamp donkey
Yeah.
grinding on this
You've
dude.
told this story on this podcast.
Have I?
Yes.
Well, like, fuck him. It happens. It fucking happens, and it's hilarious. And about Damien, I swear, I don't know about you guys. I don't know what it was like in Butler or wherever you went to high
Butler.
school.
You weren't allowed to be gay in Butler.
I mean, in Moon, there were gay dudes in my high school that Damien is not a stereotype if it's a real fucking person you went to high school with.
Yeah.
And I refuse to believe we all didn't go to high school with a guy like
I mean, I went to
Damien.
college with a guy like that, but
Yeah.
not high school.
But still, like, you can say it's a stereotype, but
Yeah.
But
it
also,
comes from somewhere.
the whole
you know?
point. The whole point of Mean Girls is to address that stuff.
Right,
Like,
it's
the
to
movie
address the
is
stereotypes.
about addressing bullying and those stereotypes and things like that. So that's why people aren't going to come out hating on it, because that's the whole point of the movie is like, hey, don't do that stuff.
I just imagine Jonah Hill drawing a dick in the burn book. And that mashup.
A real triumphant bastard. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Speaking of high school shit again,
Yeah.
in my senior year, we had a dude in one of my classes that drew big veiny dicks on everything.
Oh, good for him.
8% of kids have it, according to the movie. Something
Well,
like
here-
8% of kids.
8%
Here's
of
how
kids.
here's how he got in trouble.
Oh my
was
god.
that
It wasn't just from drawing dicks.
well, it was, but they like found out it was him because he had a veiny dick drawn on one of his notebooks, and they were like, Chris, like, we know it's you drawing these dicks, and he was like, you can't prove it,
Oh,
and
no,
they were
Chris.
like,
Oh no,
they
Chris.
pulled out this like folder of dicks, and they all had the quote was,
Oh, no.
they all have the same distinct vein pattern.
Wait, are you just quoting American Vandal or whatever that fucking Netflix show that was iconic, where the guy draws the dicks?
It happened. I saw it happen in 2009.
Oh man, that's awesome. All right. All right.
Shout out big veiny dicks.
Yeah, big veiny dicks and drawing them.
For all the big veiny dicks watching.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to you, Jason. All right. Okay.
I'm really curious what you pulled for this one.
Okay.
I really am.
So I'm gonna start with the Homer pick to begin with, because this is probably not an iconic top 5 a courtroom scene or comedy courtroom scene or anything like that. But to me, it is iconic, and I think it probably is to Justin as well. This is when Gordon Bombay returns to reinstate the Mighty Ducks in D3 after they're being expelled for pulling a bunch of pranks on the varsity team. You kind of go, and then, oh man, there's the Minnesota Miracle Man just strolling in, and the dean knows it's over. He knows, and here he comes. He says all this shit about fucking their scholarships and that you will reinstate them, and oh man,
It's a great scene. It's not
It's
a comedy
iconic.
at all, but it's a great
iconic.
scene. Yeah.
And they all have to vote. Oh,
Yeah.
it's great. Yeah, I love it. I'm also
The
very
Ringer.
I'm also very excited for the upcoming
series.
D4, whatever the hell it is. All right, so that's number 5. Okay,
Okay.
I admit, not a strong number 5. Okay,
What a great scene, nonetheless.
great scene. Number 4.
Are these in order?
Yeah, I'm going in order. Number 4. I don't know how it's not.
Well, give it the 10 more seconds.
I know. I gotta wait for these fucking ads to play through. Okay. At any time now. Thank you. Great. Okay. So then, number 4, it's got to be Big Daddy, right? I wipe my own ass. Styx is the greatest American rock band of all time. Like, they fucking pulls this guy in here to say how he's a good dad.
This is one of the first ones I thought of.
This is for me an all-time courtroom scene. It's fucking hilarious.
Of course.
Yeah. So that's number. Oh,
And then gets the
Steve
delivery
Buscemi.
guy in there.
Yeah.
Rob Schneider comes in.
Also, shout out Jon Stewart. This is the only movie I can think of with Jon Stewart in it.
Oh yeah.
All his character weaknesses here. They're great.
Oh my god.
Shout
Okay.
out Sonny Koufax.
Okay, so that's So that's
Solid
number
choice.
4.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do number 3 is Liar Liar.
Nice.
Ah shit, I don't want to truly add in the middle of our show. We're
No
White Claw
free ads.
show.
Can you legally do that? You know,
Oh.
I don't think.
Wow.
We have licensed.
Wow, legally do that
Yeah.
during the courtroom bit?
Ooh.
Thanks, Justin.
Boom.
I object.
Ah, right.
Oh.
All right. So, is the liar liar when he can't lie, right? And so he's got to figure out how to, get her to tell the truth by doing the, not being able to lie to win the case, the whole 9 yards. Jim Carrey, at the peak of Jim Carrey powers and just iconic.
What's her name?
Jennifer Tilly.
What a rack. What an Hey, someone's got to say it. Someone's got to say it.
But yeah, awesome, and the reverse psychology, the whole thing. So yeah, that's number 3, and then number 2 is the Legally Blonde end scene. That's number 2 for me.
Okay, you included that
yeah,
one. Nice.
because I just think that's fucking awesome, and Steph and J-Tronics, they nailed it. How is it not? The defense is wrong from fucking My Cousin Vinny. This is Marissa Tomei is like maybe 21 here and just putting on a fucking acting performance toe to toe with Joe Pesci. The defense is wrong. It's so fucking. I'm gonna play a little bit through our
Macchio.
headphones. There it is. But and she goes through this entire fucking thing as to how the car rear axle isn't a Skylark because it has a fixed rear axle versus the Pontiac has the whatever, and they're both made by GMC, so they're mint green or whatever, and then the whole time Herman Monster's just I can't believe this chick knows the shit about cars. I mean, it's a fact. There he is. My dad loves the fucking
My
Monsters.
Cousin Vinny is such a great movie.
Yeah,
it really is.
My Cousin Vinny's iconic,
Yep.
and Marissa Tomei, if you didn't think Marissa Tomei was going to be a huge actress and then you saw this movie and your opinion wasn't changed, you're a fucking idiot.
Well, she won the Oscar for it.
Oh,
so-
shit. I didn't remember that.
Yeah,
Okay.
she was a big black sheep. Everyone's like, what the hell?
yeah,
but,
I
yeah,
mean, it's
Outstanding.
it's fucking awesome. So that's the number 1 courtroom comedy scene.
I cannot disagree with you.
Yeah, thanks.
Those were all excellent choices.
Any honorable mentions?
Yeah, I have an honorable mention. And it wasn't really a courtroom scene. Now I understand D3 wasn't a courtroom scene either. But when Delta House is getting voted out in Animal House. Don't worry, guys. I think I'm studying pre-law. And then they just start humming the national anthem. Oh, it's
classic.
the best. That's my honorable mention that didn't make the list.
Mine would be I think there's maybe 2 of them, but Kevin Nealon representing Adam Sandler in Anger Management.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I forgot Anger
Anger
Management has
Management.
courtroom scenes.
Yeah. When Jack Nicholson comes in and he's talking to he's like, how do we know if this man is really blind? And then he hits him in the head with a tennis ball. Happy now, jackass. My bad. Yeah,
Oh,
anger
man.
management. I don't know
Anger
how you missed-
management's a good one.
Yeah, that'd be up there for sure.
I guess it's not as a big part of the movie.
Right.
It's the beginning of the movie when he gets sentenced to anger management. Like anger management, I think of 1,000 other scenes before
Sure.
Woody Harrelson being the "Oops, I'm a lady."
Galaxia.
Galaxia. Ladies, gentlemen, gentlemen. We need to do anger management on
That
this show.
scene,
I
oh my
love that
God.
fucking movie so much.
That scene in 2020. That'd be
Oh
hard
yeah,
One. That'd be a hard one to get past.
yeah. But then, like you think about it, it's like Nicholson, Harrelson, and Sandler are all in the same movie in one amazing fucking scene.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
The fact that even Adam Sandler and Jack Nicholson did a movie together, let alone Woody Harrelson, Marissa Tomei. Like, I mean, that movie is stacked from
yeah.
front to back.
We'll get into that on the Sandler episode.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
fucking Chuck and Larry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, another great courtroom scene.
Oh, see, I never saw Chuck and Larry.
You've never seen Chuck and Larry?
No.
Oh, wow.
Good one. Real solid.
It's on my Sandler to-do list. Pretty much every Adam Sandler movie has a courtroom
There's always
scene
a
in
courtroom
it.
scene.
Yeah. At least one.
He loves the law.
He loves
Yeah.
I don't know. Adam Sandler loves the law.
But Chuck and Larry, yeah, check it out. That's a good one for sure.
Do you have any, Justin? Any honorable mentions that got left
None
off?
that we haven't already talked about now.
Okay, cool. All right.
Let's recast this fucking movie.
Somebody else is gonna have to go first.
Okay.
I'm gonna go first because I hate this segment and
I
I'm
know.
terrible at it. So I want to
except
get mine
for-
out of the way, and
And that's him saying how he's actually secretly not lost one
No,
of these yet. So
I do not have fun with these.
All right.
They're terrible.
tell
Okay.
the people.
So there are 5 characters here that I chose to recast for Legally Blonde. I have Elle, Warner, Emmett, Stifler's mom, and the UPS guy. So
Okay, wait.
I'm going to need to steal your pen when you're done, Josh. Mine's in
Elle,
my fucking jacket.
There's a whole fucking pen
Okay.
yeah.
thing up there.
So
I'm
Elle,
new.
those are the 5 that are sort of
Warner.
the mainish characters.
and then
Elle Warner,
yeah,
Emmett,
Emmett.
Stifler's mom, who I don't know what her character's name in the movie.
She doesn't have one.
The nail salon lady.
Yeah.
And the UPS guy. So
Okay, so you didn't recast Selma Blair?
no, I didn't. do
That's too
Selma Blair.
hard.
It's
Probably.
just like anyone's bitchy or whatever.
Wow.
Throw her in
It's,
there.
yeah.
All right,
I didn't.
okay,
I don't.
okay,
No, that one
okay.
doesn't seem like that great a role to me.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. The L role that I recasted, this was a toss-up, and I want you guys to help me out. Who you think would be better for this?
Okay.
I have either Arya Stark as Maisie Williams,
Oh.
who could equally be both badass and
Attractive.
yes, and then of course we have Beth Harmon from The King's Gambit, Anya. Anya Taylor-Joy. My first instinct was to say Maisie Williams, but then I thought of Anya, and I'm like, well, coming off of The Queen's Gambit, I feel like I have to put Anya Taylor-Joy in there.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with Anya, I think. I would love, unless Arya Stark, the actual character, was in it in law school, because that would be hilarious. For the Warner role, I'm going with Harry Melling, a.k.a. Dudley Dursley, who has been in like every movie lately.
Yeah.
He was in Queen's Gambit. He was in The Old Guard on
You're
Netflix.
just
He's
doing
been-
Queen's Gambit
I'm
now.
just recasting. Yeah,
right.
everyone from the Queen's Gambit is in this movie. So, but he could play like, I guess he's handsome, like, but an asshole. Like he could play that role for sure. The Stifler's mom role, it's got to be Helen Mirren. I can't think of any senior woman who is as beautiful as Helen Mirren and funny. If you've ever seen her in Red
Helen-
or any of the movies she's in, like cameos in Fast and Furious. Are you Googling Helen Mirren? You don't know who Helen Mirren is?
If I see her, I'm sure I'll know
Oh my goodness.
who she is.
Christ.
Yeah. Dame
Whoa,
Helen
as
Mirren.
Stifler's mom?
Dame Helen Mirren.
Wow. Okay.
Google
okay.
Helen
That's a
Mirren
wild
bikini shot when
Wow,
she's 70,
wow,
and
okay.
you'll understand.
All right. Horn dog.
As Emmett, I threw this one out for you, Josh. I'm going with Paul Rudd. I really am. As Emmett, he's just a nice, handsome guy who's here to help and
It's a
make you
good one.
smile. You can't.
You're
He is perfect for this role.
yeah, but like Arya Stark and Paul Rudd is a drastically giant age gap.
Paul Rudd hasn't aged a day since 1999.
Nah,
so
it's an age gap.
He could
That's
pull
a
off one.
little concerning.
And then my UPS guy, I don't know why, but I think The Rock in a UPS uniform with the short shorts would be hilarious
my God,
to
with
see.
Helen Mirren.
Just to come in. Yeah. The Rock with the sunglasses and the brown.
and he like
what
rips
can
the
Brown-
short when he
What can
fucking-
Brown do for
oh
you?
my God.
Yeah. So
All right.
that's my recast there.
Okay.
The bar has been
Okay.
set, boys. Hold on a sec. What is Yeah, Paulette is the woman, right? Paul Rudd is 51. Yeah, but
Yeah.
he looks young. he looks 31.
All right. Zach.
Okay, I am recasting Elle Woods with Ariana Grande.
Ooh.
Shout out to the music videos.
Shout out to the music videos.
Okay.
Warner, it is what it is. I'm going Army Hammer.
Oh,
I don't hate that.
Oh man.
I mean, the man's.
Thoughts from the movies does not support or endorse the views of Army
Yeah,
Hammer.
exactly.
Let it be known.
Yeah, no, definitely. But when I think of kind of like a smug college guy that like you don't really care for, that's like not really gonna stand out, I think Army Hammer is pretty solid.
Shout out Social Network.
Yeah,
Armie Hammer.
that was kind of like a cheap one for me, I guess. But Emmett, I'm going Ryan Gosling.
Okay, you guys are going so old for Emmett.
It's hard to find like 22, 23-year-old
Yeah,
guys in Hollywood
okay,
right
okay,
now.
okay.
There aren't a lot that stand out. You got to go a little older.
Yeah, like who would fucking like Evan Peters? Like I don't know.
He's probably like 26 or 7 anyway. But yeah, okay. Gosling, love the Gos. He's hilarious, by the way.
Yeah.
Shout out to
yeah.
Ryan Gosling for being hilarious.
In regard to Stifler's mom, I'm going Maya Rudolph.
Okay.
I think Maya Rudolph would be a good Stifler's
Comedic chops for sure.
I
Yeah.
think that's great, but who's your UPS guy?
Terry Crews.
Oh my fucking god, yes.
That's the one.
That's
perfect.
it.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
It's fucking
Yeah.
perfect.
Terry's got a package for you.
Oh yeah. And then he starts making his tits bounce.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And then Vivian. When I think of like this kind of like just stark, snarky fucking bitch that's like also going to be semi-lovable,
Yep.
Audrey Plaza.
Got
Aubrey
it.
Plaza.
That was
Aubrey
immediately
Plaza.
my first thought, but I'm like, someone else is going
She's
to put
too
her.
old.
Yeah. Everyone's too old. It's tough, man.
I don't know.
How old do you think Luke Wilson was in this fucking movie?
I think he was 29.
Yeah, I mean, he looks old in the movie.
Yeah.
He really looks old. Okay, hang on a sec. I gotta just
Yeah, I think Reese was 25 and Luke was 29, if I remember correctly, what I looked up. But yeah, it's hard to recast this. Like, if you look at actors in their 20s, you have a few like Saoirse and Timothy, and like there's a couple, but
All right, here we go.
early 20s, mid 20s.
You guys ready for this shit? Buckle up. The new Elle Woods is Daisy Ridley.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, she's
Oh, yeah.
very pretty. She has some acting or some comedy chops. She could pull it off. Warner, Tom Hiddleston.
Okay.
He's a good-looking dude. Could probably play a dude. I mean, he's a lovable guy now, but I bet he could probably pull it off.
Could he play just a asshole? Tom Hiddleston.
I
feel
think he
he's
can.
he's so charismatic.
I think he can. I think he can.
Okay.
Emmett, Rupert Grint,
Oh. Rupert Grint.
Who the fuck is that?
Ron Weasley.
Oh, Christ.
Grown up Ron Weasley.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And then Stifler's mom and the UPS guy. I mean, this is the on-screen chemistry between these two is electric. Give me Megan Mullany and Nick Offerman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one.
That's,
Yeah.
That's the one.
that's it. I mean, I borrowed from Parks and Rec, but like,
Oh, that's
That's
perfect.
fucking good.
could
Yeah.
you imagine Daisy Ridley sitting down, British accent and all, like, I just don't understand why they don't like me. And then Megan Mullany in that fucking high-pitched whine, like, honey, fuck them all. Like,
Yeah.
and then Nick Offerman comes in and says, hello, ladies.
Oh, he would lean into it
Oh,
so hard,
good.
like, got a package for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do.
I
I
built
like.
this package out of wood.
I do. I like Jay Tronic's comment about Tom Holland, young and lovable. I don't know what I would put him in this movie. He's like Warner.
You
needs,
could flip Rupert Grint for Tom Hiddleston. I
Tom Holland
originally
is
had him in
still-
the Emmett role.
Tom Holland is still like playing high school though. I feel like he hasn't quite aged into this role
Okay.
yet.
Yeah.
Who would you guys cast as like the creepy professor?
Rainn Wilson,
Oh,
Dwight
yeah.
Schrute.
That's a good
Yeah.
one. Is that what you're
Yeah,
going for?
that's pretty spot on. See, I think like, cause he's like he's not nice to begin with, but he like takes her under his wing to begin with. Like that's where like, Adam Scott kills that role.
Oh, I don't think he has the balls to be like a pedophile guy. Like I don't think he has like, cause that's a bold move, Cotton. You know what that guy does. I don't know if
Yeah.
Adam Scott really could pull that off. He's sort of like the jittery, like nice guy, like.
No,
kinda
he's
nervous
not.
guy.
Think about Step Brothers.
Oh, Step Brothers. Yeah, man, that's so out of character for him. I forget that he's in
He
Step
plays a
Brothers.
dick in a couple of things early in his career, and then after he gets cast as Ben
Yeah.
in Parks and Rec, he totally flips court and goes to the nice guy jittery thing.
Yeah.
But like, he has dick in him.
You ready for mine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Paul Giamatti.
Oh.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Take a break from all those commercials he's doing for
yeah.
insurance
yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah. Actually, you know what?
Bills are bills.
I don't know. I don't like. Obviously, McConaughey would never go back to it, but McConaughey would be kind of cool.
Oh, I'd feel bad. To see
You'd
him.
feel
Yeah.
weird about that, but like he would do like if you dramatized it more and it wasn't as fun and bubbly.
Yeah.
Like McConaughey doing that face or the heel turn is like kind of cool.
He could do it.
Yeah, and Emma Thompson would be my recast for the female professor. Duh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Emma Thompson.
Yeah.
Love her.
I'm just putting her in everything now. Ever since Love
That's fair.
Actually, I'm just
Nice.
like insert Emma Thompson.
She's amazing.
And then I rewatched Pirate Radio. She was great in Pirate Radio for the 3 seconds she's in it. Yeah.
She's great in everything.
Here's a fun fact / question for you boys. The UPS guy.
Yeah.
Who does he look like to you?
Oh, he doesn't he look like somebody?
He looks.
Do you
like,
have an answer, or are you
yeah,
just asking us?
Yeah, he
Okay.
looks like Bruce Campbell.
Oh, he does look like Bruce
Who's
Campbell.
Bruce Campbell.
Evil Dead,
Evil
Army
Dead.
of Darkness.
Oh, okay.
Spider-Man.
So, the UPS guy's name
What?
is
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's in Spider-Man. Hang on. Let me pull him up.
I think just like a cameo because it's like a Sam Raimi
Yeah.
film.
He kind of also looks like Hugh Jackman a little bit.
That's the UPS guy?
No.
No,
Oh.
the UPS guy's his name is Bruce Thomas.
Oh, okay.
But I was like, wow, he looks like Bruce Campbell. So I was
Yeah,
like, I wonder
kinda.
if he's in anything else. He plays one of the mini Ashes in Army of Darkness.
Oh, wow. So you are not the only person who
Yeah.
thought this.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. All right. And then
Was he in anything else?
what?
The UPS guy?
Not really. no.
Okay. Hey, he looks very familiar.
he kills it. He
Yeah.
kills it.
He does.
Hello, ladies. I got a package for you.
Yeah.
I just want to touch it. I mean, Stifler's mom is hard to replace, though. She's so fucking iconic as Stifler's mom.
Jennifer Coolidge.
Yeah.
that's
What
her
is
name.
her one line? She had one line where I was just like, oh, she's like, I have stretch marks and a fat ass.
Yeah.
I was just like, yes.
I've stretched
What's Vivian got that you don't? 3 tits?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I was fucking rolling.
Yeah. All right.
Whoa, we got a guest
Ooh,
recast
Steph. Okay.
in the chat.
Let's fucking go.
L. Dove Cameron. I have to look up a lot of
Dove
these.
Cameron.
Dove Cameron.
Dove.
Shut up. Dove Cameron.
Okay.
I don't know Dove Cameron.
What is she in? She's in Liv and Maddie on the Disney Channel, and she was in The Descendants.
Okay.
Disney Channel actress.
Okay. What? Hey, you know what? I don't think that's. And now I'm rethinking it. Like you could just recast this entire movie with the sex education crew, and that would be just as
Sure.
good.
Yeah.
Skylar Austin
Aston.
as Warner.
Okay.
I could see him. Yeah.
Pitch Perfect. Okay.
33. Yeah. See, it's hard to go younger than
Yeah.
that. It really is.
Daniel Radcliffe. I almost had as Emmett as well. I
Oh,
like that. Emma
yeah.
Watson is Vivian. Okay.
She could
okay,
do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She could do it.
Paulette Anna Ferris. UPS guy Jason Momoa. Yes.
Yes.
I don't
Anna
know.
Big
Ferris
Jack,
and
any
Jason
Jack guy.
Momoa would
All
be
of the Jack guys.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Callahan Matthew Morrison. I don't think I know who Matthew Morrison is. Let me look at him. Oh,
Yeah.
no,
he's
Mr.
From,
Shu isn't.
he's from Glee, isn't he?
Yeah, Mr. Shu's not a creep.
I thought he was dead. I can't keep track of who's still alive from
He
Glee.
looks.
Not many.
Yeah.
Not many. As sad as that is, not many. All right, let's do the people who did actually act in
Mr.
this
Shu was
movie.
creepy.
Overrated, underrated. Let's start with the goddess herself,
The
Reese
goddess.
Witherspoon. I just want to it's pretty crazy, and I'm sure she did not imagine this when her career was at the point where it was in Legally Blonde. But Reese Witherspoon's life kind of mirrors that of Elle Woods in this movie, where she was king shit, awesome blonde chick that everybody loved, and then she gets kind of exiled for being exactly that, and then she has to prove her worth for the rest of her career, back to the point where she's like head of a law firm.
I get what you're saying. I don't know if you're saying it the right way though.
Probably not.
Because Reese Witherspoon's career is interesting, and that she did a lot of these types of movies that were romantic comedies or sort of like not really the most meaty of roles between Sweet Home Alabama and Just Like Heaven and This Means War and all these types of movies. But Reese Witherspoon in the last 5 or 6 years has really become a powerhouse producer because she was tired of all those roles, and she said, I'm just going to start producing things that are better stories that I want to really sink my teeth into and not the shit that I've been getting. So I'm going to start making movies like Wild and Gone Girl and all these other things. So she's actually, she's really become a powerhouse producer in her own right. And I don't know that she was forced to do that, though. Like, she didn't have to prove herself. She did a lot like what McConaughey did. She said, I'm tired of all this stuff that I've been doing and been getting, and I want to do things differently.
Okay.
So I'm going to go out and do things differently.
All right.
So
Could have been a hot take.
She definitely turned her career around completely, but it was her own choice as well.
Okay. Cool.
And Reese Witherspoon is
underrated somehow. Somehow.
Yeah, I mean, I forgot she was in Inherent Vice. I totally forgot about fucking Pleasantville, Walk the Line, and
Oscar winning Walk the Line, right?
And I mean, Big Little Lies was some of the best television I've watched since maybe True Detective.
If you like that, check out Little Fires Everywhere because that's even better.
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Hot take.
That's
Maybe.
not my take.
I know. I think that's the general consensus.
That's Anastasia's take. Yeah, she's on a big kick. She's on a Witherspoon kick right now.
Not a bad kick to be on.
She is America's sweetheart.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say underrated.
Same.
Justin, properly.
I guess. I think she's fairly rated.
Okay.
I mean, she's A-list for sure.
Morning Show is good too, says Jason.
Is it? Do you guys watch Morning Show?
No.
It got mixed reviews when it came out.
I got Apple TV free trial. I watched all of Ted Lasso, was quite content, and then canceled the free subscription.
I have the free trial. I haven't watched a thing on it.
You have to watch Ted Lasso.
Is that the one with Jason Sudeikis?
Yes.
Where it's like the soccer coach?
Yes.
Okay.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's Scrubs-esque because it's Bill Lawrence.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's...
Nice.
I love Bill Lawrence. Bill Lawrence can do no wrong.
I'd say Reese is fairly rated.
Okay. That's fine. Selma Blair. I mean, even if she plays one type of thing, she's always clutch at that.
Well, she didn't play bitchy in Cruel Intentions. She was like the innocent girl.
Oh yeah, that's right.
She's like the one that got manipulated by Ryan Philippe.
Yeah.
In that movie.
Philippe.
Or Philippe.
Philippe.
Whatever the hell his name is.
Ryan Philippe.
But yeah, the ex-Mr. Witherspoon. I don't know if she. What else has Selma Blair been in? Because there's only 2 movies off the top of my head that I can think of her in.
She was in Hellboy.
Yeah.
Hellboy 2. The Nicolas Cage movie Mom and Dad.
I feel like
Fog.
you told me everything I need to know.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
She peaked with Cruel Intentions and Legally Blonde.
Yeah.
All right.
But I think underrated because of the diversity and the range between those 2 roles.
Sure.
Is actually more than people probably give her credit for.
Forgotten, maybe, is a good way to put it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Zach?
I'd say fairly to overrated.
Okay. All right. Matthew Davis.
Who the fuck is this guy?
I don't know.
I thought this was Guy Pearce for like 10 minutes.
That's just Warner.
The guy who played Warner. Yeah, I don't know if has he been in anything else ever?
I don't.
Just generic, handsome,
Yeah.
asshole college guy is the role that he played.
He's
So.
kind of like Army Hammer before Army Hammer.
Oh.
Blue Crush he's been in, and that's about it. Legally Blonde and Blue Crush.
Go back to the last page. I want to see that picture of him in that stupid fucking cowboy hat.
Oof.
Hang on. Let me pull that up for everybody.
He's certainly not overrated. I'll
There it
say
is.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's kind of a nobody, I guess.
I think he's fairly rated as nobody.
As a
He's good where
nobody.
he's at.
Yeah. Good job, buddy.
He's good where he's at.
Good where he's at. All right. How about this Luke Wilson? We've now seen Luke Wilson in a couple of movies lately. And I guess I forgot how much I like Luke Wilson.
I like Luke Wilson.
I like Luke Wilson.
I forgot how much I like.
Luke Wilson. I mean, like, I don't think he's, like, dreamy hunk guy like he's kind of portrayed in this movie, but, like, he has a presence on screen, and, like, I like watching him in things.
What was the turning point where he became the less desirable Wilson brother?
Because the other one is far funnier. And in the movie, he goes, wonder what I would look like as a blonde. You would look like your fucking brother. That's what you would look like. You guys look exactly the fucking same.
No, what? They don't look the same at all. They sound the same, but they don't look the same.
I think they look the same.
Oh, I don't think
they
so
just
at
have
all.
different colored
I'm
hair.
with Justin.
Okay. All right.
Luke
They both
Wilson,
have
I'm
that
going with
nose.
what?
They both have the nose. Wow.
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 Which one's the one that's in
I'm
the
gonna
skate
toss
video?
on this one. Yeah. What?
Which one's the one that's in the skate video? Owen Wilson?
What's the?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
He's in like a element tape or some shit.
Oh my God. No, I didn't know
what
that.
that means.
It's an iconic clip. We'll have to watch it after the show.
Okay.
Luke Wilson, I think is underrated actually because
I agree.
He's definitely like the
Same.
lesser known.
Yeah.
People think of Owen Wilson, but everything Luke Wilson's in, I feel like I like him in. He's like an affable guy. He was nice in Family Stone. He was affable and
yeah.
old school.
He's great in Family Stone.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's good in this. He's as the nice guy.
Yeah.
Like, I'd have to look over his whole film career, but I think he's underrated.
Is he? He's in a bunch of. Who's that guy that I don't like?
Wes
and everybody.
Anderson?
Yeah. Thank
You do not like Wes Anderson?
Yeah, I know. Everybody
Hot-
hates me.
hot
I don't
take.
care.
That is a hot take.
All right. So Royal Tenenbaums. Yep. Vacancy. Bottle Rocket.
Yeah, because him and Owen and Wes all went to school together.
Yeah.
He's part of
Yeah,
that
yeah,
crew
yeah,
with
yeah,
Jason
yeah,
Schwartzman
yeah.
and all that stuff.
See, I love Jason Schwartzman.
Yeah.
He's in Scream 2.
Blue Streak, yeah, that's right. He was the
Blue
cop in
Streak.
Blue Streak against Martin Lawrence, which was a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie's Angels, Anchorman, yeah, he was in Anchorman, yeah.
Rushmore.
Kelso's older brother in that '70s show, obviously.
Oh my God, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Family Stone. Yeah.
all
I mean, like
solid
a
movies.
good career.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not Hansel. Hansel's so hot right now.
I mean, as far as younger brothers of famous actors go,
I can't, any Zoolander reference, I can't hold it together after. It just breaks me. Yeah, I'd say underrated.
oh yeah, he was in Zombieland too, right?
He was in
yeah.
the Bobbleheads movie. Wow.
Oh, wow.
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 Oh wow.
Underrated? Overrated?
Underrated.
Underrated. All right. Like you here on Thoughts from the Movies.
Steph agreed with you if it makes you
Yeah,
feel better.
I know.
so,
I think
yeah.
they look exactly the same. And then finally, the most underrated performance in the movie, Jennifer Coolidge.
This is not her in Legally Blonde. This is Stifler's mom. isn't
Stifler's
it?
mom.
You bastard. You cheating bastard.
It's the best. I mean, she's the best. Like, the second she showed up in the movie, it went from, like, a 9 to a 10 because I was like, this is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, she's very funny. I always just think of Stifler's mom as soon as I see her, though. She was in a movie that just came out called Promising Young Woman with Carey Mulligan as Carrie's mother. And as soon as I saw her, I'm like, oh, Stifler's mom is still acting.
The
That's great.
voice, the look, like, even though it's, like, overworked kind of look, I love it. I think she's perfect. Like, there's only one person that can play that role, and it's Jennifer Coolidge.
I agree.
When you need that role, it's her. There's no substitute. And I think they tried to substitute Amy Poehler for Jennifer Coolidge in Mean Girls, and I don't think it stuck as well as if Jennifer Coolidge just would have been it.
She was funny in Mean Girls.
She's very funny in Mean Girls, but like she's essentially doing a Jennifer Coolidge impression.
Yeah, she is fairly rated, I think.
I'm going to say underrated.
I agree with you. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you know
100%.
what? Actually, probably underrated. I'll side with you guys on this. I
Yeah.
guess a lot of people probably don't realize her credits outside of American Pie, and she's,
Right.
I think, a very comedically talented actress.
Yes, absolutely. Like, I think a lot of people probably think that way about Anna Faris, too. They just think of her as in scary movies, but she's really got some comedy chops and doesn't maybe get the credit she deserves.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Anna Faris is overrated, but
all right, that's fine. That's been Thoughts from the Movies.
that's a good one.
That was a good one.
That was a fun one. It's a fun movie to talk about, and I'm still surprised on some of your guys' reactions about it.
Do we have a pick? I think Justin's up for next week.
No, I don't have a pick yet.
Oh, you motherfuckers.
Well, I don't know if I want to do a Valentine's Day one or not because that's coming up.
let's just do
this
Love
weekend.
Actually. No.
What is even a Valentine's movie?
P.S. I love
Yeah,
you.
any romance. Yeah.
Just let's do P.S. I love you.
Do you want to do P.S. I love you?
No, I don't. Because I don't. It's first off, it's not what we've been talking about as far as trending the show a certain direction. It's very much just a Josh movie, and I'm okay with it just being a Josh movie. But like, yeah. All right. So we will have a
Valentine's Day the movie. Oh boy.
Valentine's Day the movie. Did you hear
fuck,
about the
no.
actress that stabbed her husband at dinner, Reese something?
I didn't know. I didn't hear about. Is
I
this
don't
a
think
joke?
that's how the joke's supposed to go.
Witherspoon.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh.
Wow.
Gee.
All right.
Nick Joe had a few shots before tuning in. I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, no, I think we'll probably end up doing a Valentine's Day one. but I
Okay,
don't know.
cool.
We'll let everyone know.
Yeah, something with Jack Black playing a leading man, maybe. His School of Rock, a Valentine's Day movie. All
Could
right.
be.
Could be in the right light. It really could be. This has been Legally Blonde. We've been Thoughts from the Movies. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow for 2 Beers Deep at 6.
I'm glad you said it because I was curious as to what time it was.
Zach's going to be on. We're going to talk about A Great Depression, which is a new podcast that'll be dropping on Valentine's Day. So check that out.
Fitting day for a Great Depression.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
It's my 30th birthday.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Wow, a lot going on.
It's a great day. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll talk to you next week.
See you guys.